Welcome back to the show. As you can imagine, I go to a lot of networking events. I'm a people person. I like to talk to people. That's what I do. And I actually host some networking events as well. But my next guest has really come across a great idea. Well, he came up, not across it, he came up with the idea himself. And it's to have these really unique networking events that are different from any other that you'll participate here in Ottawa. And I'm joined by Sarwar Qureshi. He is a CPA partner with Patterson and Company and created the Beyond Networking Social Group. Great to see you.
Thank you.
We used to work together.
Many years ago.
Yeah, many moons ago. So we were just talking about, you and I were both on the social committee when we worked at GGFL, accounting firm just down the street here. And that was kind of part of your inspiration, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah. I felt like we're doing these great team building activities, mini putting, bowling, Senator's Night, and they're internal to the organization. I thought, why not give people external, people, clients, referral sources, centers of influence, people that are not internal but external as well, the opportunity to participate. So it's kind of just bringing everyone together. Like whoever wants to come can come.
Nice. And you probably went to many networking events yourself. Well, what did you find was missing at those events?
So one of the things I found was the networking event sometimes didn't have that icebreaker.
Okay.
So if you really want to get to know someone, sometimes the activity kind of helps break the ice. I'll give you an example.
Okay.
You're at a networking event, you're trying to figure out what to talk about, exchanging business cards, it's a bit stuffy sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
I put you in a room with 6 people at Escape Manor. At the end of that 45 minutes, there's a bond.
Yeah, no, it's true. And you're right, because it's such an awkward thing. And, people will come up and present themselves to you and say, hi, I'm Derek Fage. What do you do? It's like, I don't know. It's not a natural way to begin a conversation. And I think, and you have other examples. So, the escape room is one. What are some other examples of events that you've done?
So we've done a wide variety. And one of the reasons is, if you do the same thing every time, you attract maybe some similar people, but by doing different things. Some of the active things we do, paintball, bubble soccer, trampoline dodgeball, like that's great for some people, but some people can't participate in those activities.
Yeah, of course.
Like when, if someone's pregnant or something like that.
Yeah.
So then we'll have a paint night. We'll have a cocktail. We'll have something that's a little bit low impact. So by having a wide variety, we get people that have different backgrounds kind of wanting to participate.
What's the response been like?
It's been great.
Yeah.
It's been great. Like people want to get to know others. I think community building, especially with COVID, we got a few people that came out to our last event. They're like, I just work online now. I work remotely. Yeah. The company I work for, they kind of have us at home. So for me to get out, have people to talk to, have people to get to know and be friends with, have adult conversations with in person is important.
Yeah, I think moving forward, it's going to be more important than ever, right? Because more, and I understand it. People love working from home. The work-life balance is there. They don't have the commute anymore. It saves them saves some people like 2 hours out of commuting in a day. Have you seen this build up since the pandemic? Like did you? You started with how many, and how many people are coming to your events now, for example?
So there's a friend of mine, Chris, he said it best. He's like, at the beginning, there was like 6 of us, and we used to just, go out for lunch and just have a chat and just figure out, like, how do we grow this thing? How do we get more people out? And now if the venue can accommodate, we're easily over 100. So it's come a long way from where it was to where it is now, and it's a lot more vibrant, a lot more active. And I think part of that is just consistency, exposure. You go, if you have a good experience, maybe you tell your friend.
Right.
Maybe you tell your spouse.
Yeah.
And then they come, and then it just grows from there.
And I guess it's not just about the activity. I mean, it's also the event space itself. You really seek out and try to find something incredibly unique. Not only that you're maybe you mentioned paintball and things like that, but do you look for really unique spaces? I was telling you about 50 Sussex that I was at, but I mean that's a big part of it too, right? You want to introduce people to different spaces in this city because we have so many beautiful spaces.
That's right. It really is. Like if something is new and you haven't been there or heard about it, that's part of the appeal. Like there's a place on Saint Laurent called the Art Bank.
Okay.
You know, and it's like, it looks like a car dealership from the outside. It's a warehouse. You go inside, it's all art.
Really?
You know,
Art Bank. I don't know it.
See,
My goodness.
That's
Okay.
an example. So part of it is bringing people new things and getting them exposure to something they might not otherwise go to. And the other part that I really like to tie in is when I was young and I wanted to see a movie and there was no one else to go with, I felt shy.
Right.
You know, it's like, I can't go see the movie, there's no one to go with.
Right.
So if we do paintball or any of these activities and you really want to do it, but there's no one else to go with, sometimes it's just that if you know someone going or there's a group of people going, that just is the nudge that you need.
Sure.
That gets you to, you know, to go.
And, you know, the social part of it is great, but, you know, at the end of the day, there is still the business part of it. How effective has it been? I mean, you're a business person, you're a partner at an accounting firm. Has it been effective getting new clients?
Yeah, there's a lot of quotes, you know, relationships are everything, or it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Right.
It's been a great way to enhance the relationships with people. Like you said earlier about the business cards and what do you do, you know, it kind of accelerates that relationship. And the analogy I like to use is the road trip. Like if you take a road trip with someone, at the end of that 2, 3, 4 days, whatever it is, like you kind of know that person.
Oh yeah.
Like you stay.
You're connected almost for life at that point, man.
Yeah,
if you take a road trip with someone,
you stay in a hotel with them, you eat with them. You know, you kind of have this like bonding moment. So same idea. You do something with someone. You know, bubble soccer. You spend an hour playing bubble soccer with someone or a team.
Here's what's bothering me right now. I've never been to any of your networking events, and we used to work together, and all of these events sound absolutely spectacular. I only have 20 seconds left, but there's a charitable component to all of your events as well, so people can, you know, feel encouraged that when they go to the event, they're also helping a charity here in our community, right?
Yeah, so we try to move the charitable components around, but that's exactly it. We want to do something good while we get together.
Well, we brought up the website. I really encourage everyone at home to visit, find out when the next scheduled event is, because you'll have the time of your life. We'll be right back after this.